So Geordie, we need to talk now. Yeah, okay. Ghost in the Shell, Geordie.
Yeah, we watched Ghost in the Shell. It was a good movie. I'm not sure if I watched it.
We did that joke last time.
Yeah. Nah.
What is like the main part of Ghost in the Shell for you? Like, what is the main thing you take away from it?
Well, it sort of reminded me of that Black Mirror episode where they like implant
What?
like UI into like a human. There's one episode where they do that. Oh yeah, no, the one where they where you can like feed data into a machine and then they ship you a person. That
White Christmas one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And they like ship you a person that looks exactly like someone who's died and has like goes off there.
That's the car crash one where like
Yeah. I don't know the names.
Why
of
does
all
that
of them.
remind you of that?
Well, because it's like, you know, you're real but you're not real in
That's just Major. She's crazy.
yeah, because like, you know, you have your ghost,
Yeah.
which is
Your soul, pretty much.
soul, and you can implant it into different bodies and shit, right?
Different cyber brains.
Different cyber brains, but they're all like. One thing I thought was cool is that like like the base model or whatever is like all the same.
It's you. The Major is like a. Yeah, I guess she saw another one of her, and it's debatable whether she actually saw her, but it's in the manga and like the anime series. She's not necessarily unique. Like her head and like body shape, you can buy that pretty much.
Yeah,
And you can just put in a side brain, but she has like a fuckload of augments and all that and upgrades and that.
because that part got me thinking. Like, if this happens, right? Like,
Yeah.
it could possibly happen. We've talked about this on Split View, I think. Like, the possibility of implanting your brain into a cyborg or whatever, right? Like, it would probably be another status thing, right? Like, if you could afford to have your own brand new one that looks exactly like you would. But if you wanted to live on the cheap, you would have a base model.
Yeah, it is like that in the Ghost in the Shell universe as well. Like in the manga and the TV show Standalone Complex, there are people who cheap out and just get like little boxes that have wheels on them and like a little
Well, there you
arms.
go. I didn't even think that basic, but like it shows that they've thought of like a lot when they made this. And when did this come out?
1995.
Yeah, okay. We should preface we're not talking about the fucking movie
Oh,
with
fuck no, dude.
ScarJo in
Fuck no.
it. Like we're talking about the original.
Well, in the title, I'm going to make it Ghost in the Shell, parentheses, 1995.
Yeah, that's good.
Or the real one, I guess.
Yeah. 1995 is probably better. But
The real Ghost in the Shell.
it's hard for me to like reclaim the story because my memory is not great. I think we need to do these after we've seen the movie for my dumb ass to actually retain it.
Yeah, but it's fucking loud. It gets louder when people are in my house.
That's true, yeah.
But the main kind of thing about this movie is that it doesn't have a solid plot line.
That's a good word
Do you
for it.
know
That's
what I
why
mean?
I'm struggling to pick at something to like.
What I'll kind of recap what happens because I've seen this quite a few times. So, the puppet master, right?
Yeah.
He or she / it is an AI created by Section 6 to infiltrate people's cyber brains. It's like a complex fucking hacker thing. It sounds fucking awesome in the English dub.
Yeah.
It's like, it can also be argued that DNA is a program to preserve, and you know, like it's got an awesome fucking voice. I can't do it.
That was a fucking brilliant voice acting decision. Not so much with some other characters, but
Major,
Major's a bit stone-faced.
she's kind of like, there was that one diving scene where she's just like, I don't remember what she says, but she's like, oh, my brain and all that.
just a bunch of like buzzword shit, kind of.
She said it very monotone.
Yeah.
I guess she was probably directed to, but not that monotone. Like in Japanese audio, it sounds fine. Like there's emotion and all that, but
I think when they do translations, they never really get.
localizations.
Yeah, they don't really get the inflections right in a lot of cases. They just sort of read it like it's a script, which it is, rather than like try to act the script, I guess, if that makes sense.
The director usually isn't there and can't direct them.
Yeah, they're just sort of in a booth and they've been given a script and they read it out. Like
because you can read a script like a billion different ways, but the director is Japanese and I don't think he speaks English, so we can't direct an English voice actor.
And not to mention, like, this is 1995 as well. They can't even remix it, really, if they wanted to, like, not remix it, remix it as a shitty way. Like, they can't fix it in any way, right? You
can't fix it now.
You probably could fuck
You
with it a
can't.
little bit.
You can't really fuck with audio that much. Like, you can't really. Sound weird.
Well, there you go. Anyway, but like I still think it's a good movie. I would I'll wait till the end.
I forgot to recap. I talked to the Puppet Master at Section 6. The whole thing is like, at the beginning, like a secretary was like ghost hacked. Like there was that one scene of her brain out of her head, or a side brain out of her head, and they're trying to figure out who the Puppet Master is. And that's essentially the whole movie is them. Well, there was that one bit at the beginning with the garbage truck.
The garbage truck guy. That's what I was thinking.
And the guy,
yeah.
like, he's showing his coworker a picture and he doesn't look in it. It's just a picture of him looking at the camera like, really fucking strangely. And he's like, "This is my wife and kids, bro.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. Can you do the hacking this time?" And I think he was hacking. What was he hacking? I think he was hacking someone's cyberbrain. Like,
it was
just
something
card
that
by
he wasn't
card
supposed to be doing, because they caught on to him and they were starting to chase him down for it.
Yeah, and then there was the other dude with like the thermoptic coat. The fucking illustrations are amazing in this. Like the backgrounds are incredible.
Oh my god. For like 1990, for now, like it. I was looking at it the whole time, and my jaw was agape.
Yeah, they're so nice.
I was so fucking impressed by how well it looked. Like, I was worried whenever even watching a regular movie from the 19 whatever, right? I'm like, this is not going to look very good, so I'm not going to connect as well with this.
Yeah,
but like it was just like it
looks great.
Yeah.
Nice, like, hand illustrated kind of images, because they don't move. Like, it's anime on top of it.
Yeah,
it's just pans around and all that.
They were working very efficiently. To have a good scenery all the time, and they did a good job of it.
But I think that's kind of it's why the movie is popular, because if you think of it just from a plot level, nothing really happens. Like, they find the Puppet Master. Section 9 kind of breaks in using like invisible cyborgs to like steal it back, and then they go to like the Colosseum area, like with like the Adam and Eve kind of weird tree painting
thing.
I think they're called spider tanks, or
makes sense.
Touch comas is what the name is,
right?
And they defeat the touch coma, and then they bond, like they meld into a new being. And then nothing really happens. That's the end of it. You just see a really fucking creepy doll.
I don't know what his intention was, or her intention. It was the guy who made this, wasn't it? We should probably look that up. It's probably important, worth noting enough. But he or she, when they made it, was like, I feel like their intention was just to make you think. Just to think about it.
I think,
like, it's such an interesting thing to think about.
I have a different kind of... I have a different idea why this movie was created.
Yeah?
Because before this, Ghost in the Shell wasn't as popular as it could have been. Like, it was this manga series. It was a great manga series, but not that many people knew about it. So I think this movie was created to introduce Ghost in the Shell to a wider audience. And that's why it very heavily shows kind of the cyborg and cyberpunk aesthetics. You know, it's got these great illustrations. It's a nice chunk of the story. Because this... Obviously, the things in this movie happen in the manga. Yeah. And in the TV show, to a certain degree. And I think this movie was created to introduce people to it. Because the story isn't solid. It's just... Because you can't really. You're trying to adapt, like, a manga series to a movie. So it doesn't end on, like, a solid note. It ends on, like, what happened? Is it the Major? How much of the Major was left? Is this the Puppet Master? So it's like a little slice of life out of this universe presented to a wider audience. And it's fucking great. Even though you can't fully describe what the story is, it's a great movie because you get a beautiful glimpse of this universe. Yeah, because it's funny. Once I have in my head that I wanted to talk about certain things, and then once we sat down and hit the record button, I was like, fuck, I don't know what the plot lines of this movie was. Like, it was, I was... The main thing that made me think about it was the fact that, like, this could happen. This could happen. It is a feasible future. Like, it is, and this was made in 1995, which is kind of nuts. Well, the movie, at least. The manga's been around for a while longer. Well, yeah. Well, even still, like, this is when they were starting to ride the information highway. Yeah, they literally say that in the movie as well, I think. Yeah. And it just makes me think, like, the way that some people can predict, I guess, these things is really incredible. Like it's... not so futuristic that it's like I can pinpoint things with my laser eyes 16 kilometers away and smell things. It gets in like the next that state. In the TV show. Oh, well, yeah. But it's like, but chances are that could even happen, right? Yeah. But like, I like shit that makes me think.
a lot because
Yeah.
it's like it means that it's not just a wasted experience for me. And that's why I never like, Geordie doesn't watch movies, haha. But like, I don't watch them because I don't often take much away from them.
Yeah.
And this movie, I did take stuff away from it, and therefore I have to recommend it.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude. You'd be
Because-
insane not to recommend it.
And especially the new one. That is the one that you should absolutely.
The new
see.
one isn't terrible. It's very
I haven't
like.
seen it, but
I'll describe it a tiny bit. It's starring Scarlett Johansson.
that's the only thing I know about it.
The prosthetics, the 3D work, it's all fine. Even like borderline beautiful. Like they did recreate a lot of the backgrounds and landscapes and all that. And Scarlett Johansson looks amazing. Like they actually form fitted a bodysuit to her, and it looks great.
So is it 1-to-1 what happens in the movie happens in this one, or they changed it?
Kind of. The whole like merging and Puppet Master thing doesn't happen. Essentially, the first episode of the TV show is they're trying to rescue like some bureaucrats and programmers and shit from like a little kind of bathhouse with geishas.
Right.
And it turns out these geishas are like they've been hacked by someone, and they're all like robotically like operated, and they have like weird things that come out to hack people.
Right.
And the new movie kind of follows that plot of the first episode.
Okay.
And it more ham-fistedly dives into whether the Major is real, whether she was a real person. In the new movie, the 2017 one, it turns out that the Major was like stolen. Like she was in some sort of accident and presumed dead, I think. And her consciousness was stolen, and her like younger memories were erased.
Oh.
Whereas in the TV show and the movie, the old movie, 95 movie, it's kind of hinted.
Yeah.
There was that one scene where she was looking at the Puppet Master, and the Puppet Master was looking at her, and they were kind of thinking, the Major was like, he's kind of like me, isn't she or whatever. So it just dives into it in the movie.
Yeah.
The 2017 movie.
I don't usually like the blunt force approach because it means that there's no room to watch it again.
Yeah. There's no
Because-
room for speculation as well.
Yeah, like if for me, like I mentioned, if it makes me think, then there's a chance I'm going to watch it again. And like if you make a movie, like making movies, as you've mentioned, like just before, like it can take fucking ages to make a movie, right? That might have been in the split view.
I talked about that the last flick.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, my
and your
brain.
non-linear interpretation of events.
Yeah, I know. But like it was, we mentioned at some point in our lives that movies take a long time to
About
make.
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, and it's incredible that like so many of them can be they take the 5 years to make,
Yeah.
and then just no one sees it and no one cares about it.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of people saw this movie. A
No,
lot of
no,
people
I'm
did.
just in general.
Yeah.
I'm saying like a lot of
Yeah.
the times it can just fall into the void. So if you can manage to like,
Good at marketing
because
though, as well.
you're putting 5 years of your life into 2 hours, right, or an
Yeah.
hour and a half, and
Typically 3, but yeah, 5.
yeah,
whatever.
like it's and then you want people to think about it, right, so
Yeah.
that they watch it again and then like can appreciate your art form. Or if you're just shitting out another Fast and Furious movie, like it's no one's gonna fucking see that. Like,
A lot of people see that, dude.
no, well, not again. I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet once people see a new Fast and Furious movie, they don't go, "Oh man, I wonder what happens after the credits, man. I'm going to sit for the whole thing. I'm going to come
Yeah.
back and really get into the lore."
I guess like that's
of,
kind
of Hobbs and Shaw,
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, man.
that's it's the separation of why you're making a movie, because the people who make Fast and Furious, they're making it to make money.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess there's the craft that goes into like the people who make like the props and like all the machinery and all that in new cars. They're doing it because they want to further themselves and they want to have this scene on film. But the writers and the directors, they're just doing it for money.
yeah.
Like, that might be mean to say, but that's what Fast and Furious is.
Well, it's a money grab,
Yeah.
and people are still going to see cars blow up.
yeah.
And people running on missiles.
How
and,
long
like,
until they go to space?
they have already, haven't they?
Have they? I don't fucking
I
watch
don't know.
those movies.
Oh man, they're gonna blow up the planet at some point in,
Yeah.
in like 27 next week when that comes out or something, you know. But I don't know. It never makes me think, because
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Fast and Furious movie. But
Yeah.
maybe I saw Tokyo Drift.
Whereas these movies that have usually lesser people watching them, less people watching them are movies that are made to convey something. Like the movie you talked about before, We Need to Talk About Kevin. Not a lot of people saw that.
Yeah.
And Ghost in the Shell. Not a lot of people saw
And
the
I dare
original
say
Ghost
that's
in the Shell.
probably what
either.
we'll end up watching on this show mostly.
Yeah.
Like, because it's more interesting to talk about that than it is to talk about a deep analysis of the new Harry Potter movie that comes out, or the Fantastic Beasts, or the new fucking Twilight. I don't know. They don't make that anymore.
The next movie we're going to talk about, we discussed this before Jordy came over. We're going to watch Sunshine.
Yeah.
And Sunshine, it's like a horror movie. Well, it is a horror movie, but I don't know if there's necessarily that much to take from it. It's made, the director is great. He made a lot of fucking movies, 127 Hours, T2,
I thought you
Trainspotting.
were about to say you made 127 movies, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's impressive.
There are directors that have made that. Fucking Roger Corman, he makes fucking shit movies, like on like a shoestring budget.
Well, yeah.
But it's
technically I've done that with my old channels then.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know.
There are things to take away from Sunshine. We'll watch it because there are some neat visuals. There are some things to think about. There's a lot of sci-fi elements.
If it's a cool concept, it doesn't necessarily need to leave me guessing the whole time. If it's like it, and I'm making so many fucking demands for a movie. You know, it needs to keep me entertained. It needs to be, you know, one of my favorite movies still to this day is Godzilla. I fucking
the one with Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
Even though he's in the movie for like 5 minutes?
because they couldn't afford him or something, I'm guessing. Like, I fucking love that movie. It makes me feel like an 8-year-old kid again.
Yeah.
Because he just comes out and he's massive and he destroys buildings. Sometimes,
Bryan Cranston?
Yes. So, I would love to see that edit.
Yeah.
But I fucking love that movie. I don't know why. It just clicked on that certain part of me, man.
Do you think...
But I also like to think about, like, Donnie Darko is a movie.
I was thinking...
love that movie.
I was thinking we would watch that. Do you...
Oh, we'll watch that
Yeah,
eventually. Like, anyone listening who's interested, we will.
How about
watch
we make
movie.
that the next flick view after Sunshine?
Done.
Because I like that movie. I haven't seen it in a while.
Donnie, me neither, actually. So it'll be
I
good.
got the rare Blu-ray release.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko.
Nice movie.
Anyway, we might
Wrap up here.
We've got a lot of work to do on Tom's PC. It
Yeah.
broke down, so we're gonna get going. Hopefully, he can finish Half-Life Alyx while I'm here, because that'll be cool as hell to see his reaction to that.
Although I did spend 8 hours and only got very shortly in, whereas Geordie spent 9.54 hours and finished it.
Yeah, I think you're further than you think you are.
I'm like 30-40% in.
No,
I
you're
didn't
not.
get that far.
You're not. If you got up to where you said you are, you're not.
I got to the part where the head crab is pushing bottles of vodka over and Jeff's running after you.
Yeah, you're not.
What was your fucking reaction where they were like, "Oh, this enemy, his name is Jeff"?
Yeah,
They literally say his name is Jeff.
Yeah,
in this.
I
What was your reaction? You must have been fucking thrilled.
Pissed myself laughing. I thought that because it just comes up in big fat letters, Jeff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was like,
it's amazing.
no way, because I still make the "My Name Jeff" jokes to this day.
It's in your fucking car.
It's in my car. Yeah, I stole Tom's label maker and wrote a fucking thing that says "My Name Jeff"
on
a sticker.
fucking
my name fucking Jeff, and it's on a sticker in my car and has been since.
Jordy's been obsessed with that shitty fucking joke.
It's so fucking stupid that I love it because I can't stop doing it.
My name Jeff.
My name is Jeffrey. My Namble Jamboffrey.
Okay,
See you later, everyone.
Goodbye.